Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time again. Sorry, I've got it switched to autofocus, and that's never a good thing because it goes all wibbly wobbly. It's very dark out there. It's very dark. It's almost like it's midnight. So I've got all the lights on. All the lights are on. I've got to adjust my settings. No. Can make it really. That's just too dark, isn't it? Don't you just love messing around with things? I do, but that's not why you're here. You're here to watch me talk about nothing. The 100 or so people that enjoy this, say hello. Because sometimes you just get the feeling you're wasting your time. I do. I'm having one of those days. I think it's because it's so murky out there. I just think, why the f am I doing any of this? Why don't I just dig a big hole and get in it? It's one of those days. But anyway, if I think my life's bad, it's nothing compared to Iceland. We covered this yesterday. Do you remember? Earthquakes abound. Yesterday, 500 further earthquakes were recorded, and I reckon it is now on the edge of a massive volcanic eruption. There's more updates on this, and they reckon that with said eruption, there is a chance that a river of lava could hit a power plant. This is the southwestern Reykjanes Peninsula, and it's the Fagradalsfjall volcano that is getting, like I say, it's getting a little bit humpy. It's got the hump. So I reckon the whole of Iceland is on the edge. And as you can see, it's there is a fracture running through. It's quite scary. Not looking good. That's the Blue Lagoon geothermal spa. Come in, the water's lovely. And so, yeah, we're just waiting for it all to go up. Yeah. But yeah, thousands have been evacuated, and they reckon that unholy sounds are coming out of the earth. Whew. That's not good. Whew. Meanwhile, which way should we go? Which way do you want to go? Should we go health news? Let's do health news for those of you who have babies out there. Nah, all my viewers are really old. Really old. There's been a shake-up in NHS childhood immunisation with babies young as 12 months, recommending that they should be vaccinated against chickenpox. Yeah, you could see 7 million children under 11 being jabbed. So yeah, basically they want to do a catch-up campaign for those children. Department of Health bosses will now consider the recommendations which health chiefs hope will make chickenpox a problem of the past before the final decision is made. As of now, children wanting their children to be vaccinated against chickenpox have to pay up to £150 privately. But around 20 people a year die of chickenpox in the UK, and hundreds of babies are hospitalised due to the severe symptoms. And they've got a little contagion chart. They've worked hard. Look, they've done a little infographic there. Look at that. Isn't that good? A little graphic there. But how infectious was COVID compared to that? That's what we really want to know. So yeah, they're pushing for more. Now again, everyone's all anti-vax now. It's all rather silly because chickenpox isn't nice to have. And yeah, trying to catch up. So we've done that one. Who remembers Brexit? Did you vote for Brexit? Did you? Are you one of the troublemakers? Oh, as I said years ago, do you remember? I did say, don't worry, everything will come around. Do you remember? Do you remember me saying that? Now you're going to have to say, Darren, you were right again. Yeah, no, don't thank me. But yeah, over in France, right, they're looking to relax its 90-day visa rule, right? Politicians there have said that British owners of French homes have been punished by Brexit, with the law currently limiting how long they can stay to 90 days out of 100 every 180. And in order to stay longer, Britons must apply for a long stay visa, or up to 6 months. But now the country's Senate has voted through an amendment to the immigration law that will give British second homeowners automatic right to a long stay visa. Well. Martine Berthet, a French senator who represents the Savoy in the southern Avignon-Rhône Alps region, put forward the changes to the rules after receiving complaints from Brits who own holiday homes in the region. She said, the Britons I've spoken to say the current system is long-winded, difficult and full of pitfalls. Right. And she also said that the current rules are keeping Britons from contributing to France's economy. Oh yeah, they need that lovely, lovely British money. And thank you. I told you everything will come around to our way. I told you they need us. They need us. But there you go. No, it's basic economics. And if you punish, they soon go, wait a minute. We like money more than we like these silly rules. And there you go. And you're going to see more of that. Because once they do it, then the rest of the EU are going to look and go, wait a minute. They're getting money that we could have. Remember, money always wins. Ping. We did cover this. We covered this one. Court news. It's catching up. This is the story of the businessman who sued. Sorry, I just got I felt very tired all of a sudden. It's how murky it is. I suffer from seasonal affective disorder. I swear. This time of year, I just want to hibernate. But yeah, businessman Sergei Grazadankin and his wife Maria, right, sued their upstairs neighbour Mehdi Guzi and his wife Miriam El Harouchi because they claimed that they made a noise nuisance because they had wooden floors. They're in one of these fancy 1 million Kensington flats like this, right? And they were moaning that, oh God, the noise, and then there was the children, and oh Jesus, and it was making their lives miserable. So they took them to court to sue them, right? Yeah. They said that their lives had become torture after the new neighbours moved into the £1.1 million apartment above them and ripped up the carpets and replaced it with floorboards. Here is Grazadankin and his wife. These are the ones who are suing. These ones who found the noise unbearable. And have we got the people that they're actually? Oh yeah, and this is Mr. Guzi, who makes all the noise, who walks around with hobnail boots on. It's true. Well. Judges ruled in their favour. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Guzi, right, has to pay Mr. Zadankin £16,087 in compensation, as well as having to contribute a substantial portion of the £250,000 lawyers' bills for the case. Oh, that's noisy and expensive. Yeah, they reckon that the incorrect installation of the floor resulted in creaking and the constant passage of impact and airborne sound from above. So yeah, it went in their favour. The judge concluded, I'm quite satisfied and accept all the experts' evidence and that the floor was put in incorrectly. It was no better than having a piece of plywood across the floor. He said, I conclude that there was a noise nuisance from 2019 when the works were completed and the carpet was laid. And he's entitled for damages of 4 months in 2020 and 5 months in 2021. The case will return to court at a later date to decide what portion of the lawyers' fees they'll have to pay. So, could be expensive. Now, here's a story. Charities. Here's a charity, Endometriosis South Coast. Right? And again, I don't know if you know what endometriosis is. It's a horrible condition that affects women. Right? It's a disease in the lining of the uterus. I think it becomes like, is it like fibrous? And it gives much agony and pain to the sufferers, and it also can have fertility issues if you have endometriosis. So yeah, this is very interesting, because Endometriosis South Coast, which is a charity, was looking for a new CEO, and she think, okay, and so they announced Steph Richards as their new CEO. Yeah, it was a man. It was a man once. Again, and that person there has as much familiarity with the condition as I do. They might as well have made me the CEO of the charity. And of course, many women are very, very annoyed by this, because how can that person be the CEO? They have no experience of womanhood. Not really. They're just play acting it. And this Steph Richards is a Labour activist, because this is what they do. They manoeuvre themselves into positions of power, so from on high they can impose compelled speech on us all, and do this. Again, Steph Richards, power to the elbow, because he's had his cobbler's net taken off. He's fully eunuch. Good for him, whatever. Enjoy living your life, but you've overstepped the mark, right? You've overstepped the mark here. This is sexual colonisation. It's what men do. We love to colonise. We love, if it ain't countries, now it's women's charities, you see. And Jeanette Towie, who suffered with endometriosis since she was 15 and has 5 miscarriages due to it, says she was sickened by the appointment. Her daughter also has the condition, says to appoint someone like this in a role with an endometriosis charity, and that's someone to collect my guitar. So won't be a minute. Oh. No, it wasn't that. It was a very wet delivery, because it's absolutely piddling it down there. To point someone like that in the role with an endometriosis charity is an insult in the extreme. It's appalling. I never thought we'd seen a charity like this succumb to this kind of woke ideology. It's not woke ideology, it's worse than that. And yeah, this is Janet Towie, who is a real woman. Again, it's strange times we live in. It's just a strange times. Oh dear. Again, what can you say? What can you say? I mean, it is just an insult to women when this is going on. A total and utter insult. Being a woman in the 21st century is a political statement. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And it's not enough for the patriarchy to have, its fingers in all the pies. It's got even more fingers in more pies. It's very clever. We're very smart. Very smart how the patriarchy adapts, isn't it? And like I say, colonises everything. Remember, if you're a washed up, failed male, put the dress on. you'll get success. That's what I should do. Maybe that's what I need to do. Never. So yeah, absolutely bonkers. We live again in more bonkers. You want more bonkers? So the old pig fiddler's back, and yeah, Rishi's got his new cabinet, and there he is. He's right there. Look, David Cameron, and again unelected because he's in the House of Lords. This is not a good look. This is he shouldn't be there. This should not be a thing. You know, an unelected member of Parliament. That is not democratic, is it? You know, working on the cabinet. He should be in the House of Lords. But anyway, what do you reckon? Do you reckon Rishi's got much time left? Do you reckon they're going to get rid of him? Do you reckon the knives are out? Yeah, and there are 9 ministers on the cabinet who actually work with Cameron. So basically, it's Cameron's cabinet by stealth. You know, you vote for different things, you get more of the same. I mean, even Esther McVeigh is back. You know, it's she worked under Cameron as well. It's just, yeah. And I think we've had something like 16 housing ministers in 10 years. There's loads of figures going around. We are in a period of amazing political instability, and I wouldn't be surprised if there is a no confidence call, and you know, if they force an early election. And that should be interesting to see. You know, it should be very interesting to see, you know, what goes on. And again, this lady was doorstepped by, well, not really doorstepped, more Vox Populi. Channel 4 News' Paul McNamara was on the street doing his thing, and he told this woman, he said David Cameron is back. And she went, he's back? What are you on about? Back in government? Are you joking? And again, people are just absolutely incredulous that we are just going round and round and round and round in circles over this. And more, it's good to be right, because it is, isn't it? Isn't it? Now, yesterday we talked about the people who were protesting, you know, against the war that's happening, the war that Hamas, the proscribed terrorist organisation, forced with Israel against Palestine. Remember that war that they because October the 7th they slaughtered all those innocent people. Rather than going after military targets, they decided to go after innocent civilians, because that's what happens in war, or in terrorism at least. And so Israel has repaid in kind, because it's war now. It is a war. Well, anyway, they had this little thing. They keep doing this thing where people go out on the streets waving banners like it's going to do anything. It doesn't, but you know, it gets them out of the house, I suppose. Gets them out of the house. And then we had this charming lady who's been identified as Maria Mohsin Hussein, right? And we said, remember what we said? Because I've got to give the missus credit, because she said she's a teacher. And guess what? She's a teacher. She grew up in a £2 million Buckinghamshire home. And yeah, she's a teacher. She's a married teacher who loves to walk around with a highly racist sign up. Yeah, she grew up in her family's £2 million detached home in Great Miston in Buckinghamshire. And she's attended other protests. And one, she accused the BBC of pro-Israeli bias. But a friend said there's not a malicious bone in her body. But she's a massive racist. Her father is a distinguished dermatologist who has worked in the UK for decades. There we go. And this person who's a friend said she would never do anything that was a hate crime. Oh dear. And then we had this lady, Kate Varnfield, right, who had a delightful Star of David worked into a swastika, right? She's described as a Labour activist, but I think she might have been a teacher in a previous life. But I love the excuse her husband gave, right? Miss Varnfield's 73-year-old husband Terry insisted to the Mail that the signs had been taken out of context and that they were an innocent reference to a 1970s UFO religion. Excuse me? What fucking bullshit is that? And as he said it, his nose got bigger and bigger and bigger, like Pinocchio. I mean, and he went, "Oh God, I've now got a big nose like those." Oh no, because they're anti-Semites, aren't they? Oh, I mean, I do think the world's getting stupid and ugly, and we need the meteor strike. We need the global event to wipe us out, because we've lost. We have lost. You know that. Good news, everybody. Bowel cancer has overtaken lung cancer to become the third most common type of cancer amid the UK's obesity crisis. Oh, great. They keep a tally of this, yeah. Bowel cancer is now the third most common type of disease, and it's to do with our junk food laden diets. More than 41,000 patients were diagnosed with the disease in 2021. It means that bowel cancer has overtaken lung cancer for the first time since records began in 1995. Only breast cancer and prostate cancer strikes more. And here we go. So at the top is breasts, and then prostate, and then we've got bowel, lung, melanoma, non-Hodgkin's. Is that the good? Is that the good Is that the good Hodgkin's? People don't get that joke. You want to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Pancreas, kidney, pancreas, bladder, lip, oral, or pharynx. So there you go. What's your favourite cancer? Leave a comment in the comment box below. You won't. You never do. Meanwhile, do you like to get drunk? Do you like to go to Spain? How about the Balearics? Yeah. Well, if you're going to Ibiza and Majorca, right, you could find yourself being hit with a on-the-spot fine for drinking in the streets. Now, come on, you're on holiday. Where else are you expected to drink? Eh? But yeah, this is to do with them trying to take control of the badly behaved tourists. And there was even thinking of like banning tourists from the island. The island's head of tourism, Jaume Bowser, confirmed the idea of a blacklist was being considered, and that they're looking at adopting tough new rules. It reported that members of a working group set up to prepare modifications to existing regional decree against Essex tourism wants to see street drinking, the thing I've been drinking, punished with fines. Respected Mallorca-based newspaper Diario de Mallorca said the proposal, with on-the-spot cash penalty charged through the use of card-reading machines, was one of the number of new measures that had been put forward. Oh my God! So it's they've got lots of things that are going to. Drunken tourism decree was agreed at the start of 2020. Included fines of £50,000 for holidaymakers caught leaping off their hotel balconies, and limits the amount of alcohol that can be served with meals at all-inclusive hotels. Those are the people aren't causing the trouble. So there you go. Could get on-the-spot fines. Though I get most of my viewers are probably too old to go to Ibiza now, aren't you? Too old. You're ancient. What else have we got? Oh God, this is not very good. This is a dog walker badly treating an animal. Oh my goodness, what the actual fuck? This is a guy called Luke Cobb. He was caught on a neighbour's doorbell. Again, he's a professional dog walker. Really? I don't think so. He slammed a spaniel against the wall in a fit of rage. This was caught behind his home in Brighton on Monday morning. In the footage, Mr Cobb was heard calling the spaniel's name, Sam, and then he yanked the collar and lifted him 2 feet off the ground, causing him to struggle. Mr Cobb claimed the spaniel tried to bite him, so he acted by pushing the dog against the wall in a moment of anger. He was later arrested on suspicion of animal cruelty. Look, there's a difference between, I don't know, if you bite you strike back, I'll push it away, than doing that. That is just vicious. That's not somebody who's fighting off a vicious dog. Here he is. That's somebody who's being cruel. Take his dogs away from him. Should never keep an animal again. And put him under psychiatric evaluation. He's obviously a psychopath. He runs a successful dog sitting and walking business called Harvey's Walks with his partner from their home. Again, avoid. Meanwhile, some nuns are in trouble. Nuns on the run we have here. This is an ancient order of nuns. They were featured in one of Stacey Dooley's documentaries. She's very good. I do enjoy her work. This is the Order of the Holy Paraclete. Dooley spent 10 days with them for BBC's Inside the Convent. But the order is now caused residents of Whitby to be furious. Because they want to redevelop their priory. The Grade 2 listed St Oswald's House is used as a retreat centre, right? And it's been used as a sanctuary of prayer, rest and retreat for more than 20 years, with guests forking out £72.50 a night. Sounds good. Could stay there. But the unique property is now on the market for £1.15 million, along with 3 Grade 2 listed cottages, outbuildings, landscape gardens, and more than 50 acres of land. And people in the area are really worried by this because it mentions in the advert scope for alternative uses, which everyone thinks it's going to be redeveloped. One local have accused the nuns of putting money before God. Let's have a look at them. Let's see if they look money grabbing. I don't know. That one at the end there, she looks like she might be a bit of a money grabber. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's just not enough. There's not enough money in religion anymore. Eyebrows were already raised when the sisters sold off their old convent, Sneaton Castle, as a commercial wedding venue, complete with bar 4 years ago. And yeah, so here you go. I don't know. Maybe we should put a bid in for it. What do you reckon? I'm sure. Now, always thought that they said God will provide, wouldn't they? Obviously, he doesn't, because they're going to sell off the family jewels, as it were. So there you go. And it's Chuck's birthday. He's 75. Here he is saying, "I'm not 74 anymore." Oh. So yeah, I'm sure he's got a really big cake in the shape of a crown. What else have we got? Have we got anything else good here? Oh, we've got sugar. We've got a sugar story. I do like a sugar story. This is food and drinks sold in Britain's coffee shops, and some of them are quite sweet. Right, we're looking at the Soho Coffee Company's lemon meringue muffin, which has got 58.3 grams of sugar. I'm going to steer clear of that one. Coffee number one's mince pie. It's got 60.2 grams of sugar. Soho Coffee Company again. Christmas berry crumble muffin, 60.7 grams of sugar. These two are both the same. Coffee Republic's Big Carrot Cake and Soho Coffee Company's Sticky Toffee Muffin both come in at 62 grams of sugar. And the big daddy of them all, Coffee Republic's Salted Caramel Fudge Cake, 83 grams of sugar. I'm going to sit this one out. It's like crack. Sugar is like crack, you know. But yeah, the analysis looked at more than 700 sweet treats from drinks sold at 9 chains, including Costa, Cafe Nero, Greggs, and the Soho Coffee Company, who score highly. There you go. It's very. They've got an even bigger breakdown here. This is by. Sorry, I've got another yawn. I'm boring myself. Can you believe it? So yeah, these are some of the combos that you can have. So look at this. If you have a Coffee Republic thick shake toffee apple crumble, that's a drink, by the way. That is a drink. A thick shake toffee apple crumble. That's a drink. That's got 73.6 grams of sugar, and you combine that with a salted caramel fudge cake. You're consuming 156.6 grams of sugar. It's 39 tablespoons of sugar. Oh, fuck me, it's a belt busting 1,390 calories in a sitting. And so they go on and on and on. What's your best bet? Greggs, iced chocolate and a Belgian bun coming in at 80 grams of sugar, but that's still 20 teaspoons. It's like bloody hell. It's just, that should be banned. As I've been saying it all the time, remember I've been saying it, don't go outside. Don't go outside, look. There you go. Don't go outside. A housing company has got a problem because bits of its building has fell off. Yeah, this is in Barking in East London. This is what's the name of the company? Does it say? It's got to be here somewhere. Where's the name of it? BD Reside sent a letter out to, I reckon, more than 400 of the affordable homes, their flats, £300,000 flats, after the balcony of one fell on the street, and they sent out a letter saying that, yeah, their homes are no longer safe. In a letter dated November 13th, the company said it recognises Saturday's incident, where the balcony fell off, as very worrying, and it's instructed a repair contractor to reduce the risk. And yeah, this is what happened. You wouldn't want to be walking underneath that. Get a bonk on the noggin, wouldn't you? So there you go. Just so don't go outside. Stay indoors. And here's Kinga Soralka pointing at some damage. Look, it looks like it's going to buckle away. Look at that. Oh, it's not good. She's not happy. She stay inside, love. And this is Clover Court, where the collapse happened. So be careful. Be careful. Oh, we've got another one. This is the story. So I'm just waiting for that thing. Getting the details up. We're going to the World Champions of Champions tournament. This is a pool tournament in Denbighshire in Wales. It took part on Sunday. And Lynn Pinches was drawn to take on Harriet Haynes in the showpiece at the weekend, with her opponent holding a slight height and reach advantage. Right, each player had paid £70 entry fee to take part in the competition, and we actually have video of what happened next. She forfeits the game. Yeah, she forfeits the game because Lynn Pinches forfeit the game because her opponent was a man. Oh yeah, it's a man or trans woman, and she said no. And here is the bloke. Well done, sir. Well done. Well done for winning. It takes balls. It takes balls to take on a woman at pool and win. Yeah, so Haynes was awarded the Women's Champion of Champions title by by default after Pinch's withdrawal. We are living in a simulation, aren't we? So if you're a mediocre male player, you can colonise. There's a lot of these stories, and you're going to get more of them. And here's Lynn Pinches, who really is a woman, getting a runner-up trophy. Because she said, no, I'm not having it. And good for her. Good for her. Meanwhile, our favourite, Jeremy Corbyn, right? He was on another, Piers Morgan. God. Two cheeks of the same arse. There we go. And Piers Morgan said, is Hamas a terror group? And guess what? 15 times he asked him that question. And each time Jeremy Corbyn refused to answer. He just couldn't answer it. He couldn't answer. He didn't know what the answer was. Aren't you glad he wasn't leading the country when we had the old COVID, aren't you? Aren't we glad? Yeah. Meanwhile, Boris Becker's got a new job. Boris Becker now. I wonder what Boris Becker could be doing. Commentating, because he did sports commentating, didn't he? He used to do Wimbledon, didn't he? Do you remember? Because again, if those you don't know, he was a champion tennis player. But no, he's back in his native Germany selling motorhomes. Why not? Why not? What? Man's got to make money. Meanwhile, this is in Malaga at La Caxa in the Costa del Sol. Some guy wasn't very happy. He couldn't get money out of the cash machine. And he thought, do you know what? If I ram it, it might just work. Take a chill pill, Phil. Meanwhile, a study in North China, at the University of Science and Technology, they did some very important research that many of us have known for years. Happy wife, happy life. Yeah, men let their partners win in competitions to maintain a happy marriage. I always let the missus win. Yeah, so if they're playing, male partners may adopt the happy wife, happy life mentality, avoiding the potential relationship conflict by allowing the spouse to win. The spouse win says, Suya Jia, lead author of the study. Yeah, so yeah, women can concentrate harder when competing against strangers than their romantic partner, and so that's why we give them a little bit of help. The teams set out to study how romantic relationships influence female competitiveness. And they enlisted 52 female participants aged 18 to 25 who were tasked with completing a visual cue task. And participants were split into two groups. One where they were competing against a romantic partner, and the second where they're competing against strangers. While they competed, the participants were monitored. Their brain activity was monitored via EEG, and the results revealed that women showed a higher level of concentration while competing against strangers than they did against their partner. So they just, Meanwhile, when paired with a romantic partner, was focused on willingness to compete decreased. But even though they did this, they were more likely to win against their partner because researchers say this is an example of male retention behaviour in men. Mate retention behaviour. Could be male if they've got a male mate. But yeah, so even though you're not concentrating, we let you win because want a quiet life. Remember, they're always right. Always. Got anything else? We've got some signs. This is from Bored Panda. So I'm stealing it. Now this one seems a bit obvious to me. I don't know about you. Do not feed baby to the crocodile. Hadn't even crossed my mind. danger, do not enter, serious fall hazard, 13-foot drop on the other side of the door. I like that. They like the handprints there, like someone's been like holding on. That's at the California Institute of Arts. Warning, this machine does not know the difference between corrugated paper and flesh, nor does it care. Do not drink from the toilets or urinals, as they reclaim water as a water-saving measure. Nice. Unattended children would be sold. That's fair enough. Caution, do not dig. Buried in this area is radioactive material from nuclear research conducted here in 1943 to 1949. There you go. So, if you start glowing, unexploded ammunition. No, it's rarely, very rarely, but sometimes the electricity fails, which means dull emergency lights until power restored. There are mannequins on display, and some are very lifelike. Put this shit up, yeah. Cage-free daycare, indeed. That's outside a pub, I'd imagine. The mountains will be just as cold and lonely tight as they were 200 years ago. Point of no return. Ooh. And lock your car, take your keys, hide your belongings, and fill a deco purse with thousands of angry bees. I think we all can agree with that one. Can't we? Can all agree with that. Meanwhile, if we go to Spain, you can see how the Spanish treat animals. And this is why we often say we hope the bull wins. But in November, the residents of Medinaceli, well, they do this, and it's horrific. And they set light to the horns of the bulls and let them run. Again, it's like the running of the bull, but with the bull on fire, you know. And yeah, they cover the bull with tar and mud, so it doesn't get burnt. It's like, really, this should be stopped. It should be stopped. Horrific stuff. Right, what else have we got? And this is a few miles from Aberdeen. A panther. Look at that. A panther. There you go. It was Gordon Welsh shot the images near a village of Black Dog. Black Cat. And he said, I was walking at the time and I saw it limping. That's what caught my eye. I was like, what the hell is that? And then it was like, it's near cat. It's too big. It's a cat. It's a cat. He's just standing really close to it. Isn't it? Meanwhile, we go to Siberia, and things got a little bit too heavy for two of the workers there. Because this is a gas, like a gas terminal, as a brown bear savaged two gas workers, and yeah, they used fire extinguishers to get the men free. They survived and were mauled by the brown bear, and I've got a picture of them. There's a picture of the bear here. Look, running away. Here he is. Look, he's running away. He got a bit confident. This is in Russia's Yakutia region, and yeah, here's the survivors. You know, they look a bit roughed up, but yeah, it's a gas drilling facility, and luckily, and yeah, this is the bear later. Yeah, a hunter came and shot it because they know no fear. They can come in and attack. And even the dogs on the site weighed in, but couldn't do anything. Yeah. Oh, lunch is ready. I've got to stop now. I better do an animal. I've got animal stories. Right. We're going to This is we're going to Bishop Auckland in County Durham, right? Jonathan and Anne Palautus stopped for a drink at the Stanley Jefferson. It's a Weatherspoons pub, right? And they stopped there and they brought their Cockapoo Harley with them, because they normally do. But they reckon that the jobs with staff wouldn't let Harley join them, so he had to sit outside on his own. That's not right. Yeah, they photographed how the pooch was left on the other side of the barrier, 3 feet away from his owner. And that's not right, is it? That's not right. And they've even done a little look. And look, Harley's thinking of better times. Look, these little thought. Little, poor Harley. And I think that's wrong. But here he is. He's happy here. Look, here he is. There we go. So there you go. Weatherspoons being a bit dog phobic, and I think that is the end of today's. Anyone in today? 10 people. Runs in, and Gareth says, "Enjoy your lunch." I will. I will force myself to enjoy it. I'll go like that. I'm enjoying it really. Anyway, that was the news. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Killing the channel one video at a time. You know, I've got to drink it up.